This entire scene, the character, enemies, building, trees, everything, was made in Inkscape using just one shape, the rectangle. No pen tool, no drawing, no tracing, only the rectangle tool. My goal with this project is to show you how easy it can be to make a complete game scene using only vector tools, even if you don't want your art style to be entirely geometric. I hope this project shows just how approachable game art can be when you work with vectors. The rule is simple, I can only use the rectangle tool. That means no paths, no node editing, no path effects, and I'm even avoiding some of the most common tools like Boolean operations or offsets. We'll be creating a simple top-down RPG style scene with a little character, a few enemies, and some basic environmental assets you'd find in this kind of game. Then we'll export everything into Godot for a quick little demo. I gave the character a simple walking animation, but I won't go deep into animation in this video. If that's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments, I might cover that in the next one. And before we start, if you'd like to learn how to do this and a lot more, check out my 13 Inkscape courses bundle with over 70 hours of lessons on character design, background design, game art and more. It's currently heavily discounted and it's the best way to support the channel. Let's start by building the scenery. For the trees I'm using rectangles with rounded corners for both the trunk and leaves. The key to this whole experiment is that built-in rounded corner modifier of the rectangle tool. It's what makes this entire project possible. You can even make perfect circles by rounding the edges all the way, which gives us more variety even though we are technically using only rectangles. You'll see how much variation you can get just by changing the rounding radius. To make more complex shapes, I overlap different rectangles to change the silhouette. For example, if I need one side to be more rounded than the other, I'll overlap two shapes with slightly different corner radius. This way you can create surprisingly organic or irregular forms, like these bushes or this lake, while still staying within the rectangle only rule. Because everything shares the same rounded edge language, the style feels cohesive and unified, even though the shapes are extremely simple. One of the main tricks for creating depth in this kind of vector style is to separate the top and front planes with different colors or values. You'll see me do this a lot, especially with man-made objects, because it gives the art a sense of solidity and structure. The same principle applies to the house. It might look complex at first, but it's all about consistent plane separation, light color for the top and darker color for the front, and maybe a shadow or two. And that's it. Suddenly it looks like a detailed building, even though it was super easy to make. I also tend to add drop shadows to almost everything, even in cases where they wouldn't technically show up. The reason is simple. Those subtle shadows help ground the elements visually, making the flat style feel more dimensional. Finally, let's add the little details. There's a concept in 3D modeling called gribble, which means adding small surface details that make things more visually interesting. We don't have too many options here, but even a few rectangles suggesting patches of grass, tiny flowers, or brick patterns can make a big difference. Now let's move on to the characters. Those enemies are just simple shapes. The skulls are basically two big rectangles and a few smaller ones for the features. The octopus-like monster, the same idea. That's what's great about this approach. It's all rectangles, so there's no mystery. You just experiment and see how far you can go. The main character is slightly more complex, but again, still made entirely from rectangles. By now you probably get the point. This whole project is about showing how powerful simple tools can be when you use them creatively. With a few extra features and without these artificial restrictions, you could easily create something much more detailed in the same way, without much extra effort. Vector art is an excellent option if you need art for your game, but don't consider yourself an artist. In many cases, it's a much faster and easier alternative to learning pixel art from scratch. so it's really worth keeping in mind. And that's it for this demo. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it gave you a new appreciation for the possibilities of vector art in game design. If you liked the video, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you thought, or what you'd like to see next. Maybe we could explore animation, add environmental effects, or make enemies attack. Let me know if that sounds fun. A like really helps the channel, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more Inkscape and game art videos. And again, if you'd like to learn Inkscape in depth, check out my course bundle. It's the best way to master vector art and support the channel at the same time. That's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!